got nerve, and I got more than his head. I said, shit. Only thing I think of when you say KY is that damn gel. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You put a little bit on your tip, you rub your ass with the shit, you know what I mean? You seen a video of a motherfucker, you know what I mean. You seen a video, even if you haven't done it, you seen a video. I tell you what, that was some good ass weed though, boy, for real. I ain't gonna give me some of that pussy that on too, but that shit was good, boy. But let me tell you something. If you smoke weed, you can agree with me on this. Don't nobody like a wet ass tip. Don't nobody like a wet ass tip. That's the wrong time, wrong place, wrong time, bitch. That tip don't need to be wet. This tip need to be wet, goddammit. You fucking up there ripping the tip. Bitch, 2 + 2 is 4. Understand me. When you high, you ramble. You lose your train of thought. But fuck it. I'm sitting there fucking right. And earlier I had thought about something that she had said that came up in the conversation. Because sometimes when you fucking, you reminiscing and try to last a little longer than 5 minutes. I said, hey, you wanna know how you get that N-word pass? Tell me it's big. Ooh, call me a nigga. You can call me a nigga. Call me a nigga. I'm gonna give you this nigga dick. I'm gonna choke you with this nigga dick. Your eye maker gonna be down, your cheeks from this nigga dick. Let me tell y'all something, man. When they started talking about Black Lives Matter and shit, this was by the time I quit watching porn, but something had caught my attention, man. They had this damn. I saw this one title and it said Black Cocks Matter. Well, basically, it's just white cops, white women just pulling up the black guys and just sucking their dicks and fucking them. I was in awe, so I said, you know what? I'm going to struggle a little longer with this addiction until I get through this entire series. Ooh. And let me tell you something, man. Everybody ain't got to be down to the flow. Your dick ain't got to be down to the flow. Because if you get you some pussy and you can't put the whole thing in and you try and try and try and try and you just can't do it, you good. You good. You good. If you get that little dangling thing in the back of her throat, you good. This went from being funny to motivational. I'm trying to tell y'all something. I'm trying to tell you something. And let me tell you something too. If you go on the internet and you look up sex exercises to kind of make your dick stronger, you got things where you stretch it, you pull it and all that. I found something called Kegels. Now I said this to somebody before. They said, well, hold on. Kegels are what a woman does after she gives birth to get that thing tightened back up. I said, well, men can do it too. Wait a minute, what have you been doing in your free time that you need to tighten back up? I said, motherfucker, that ain't what it's for. I said, the way men do it, we piss and we stop, hold it for about 5 seconds. And then you start again. And you do that about 5 times, 3 times a day, every day. Man, let me tell you something. I call myself being ambitious. I'm gonna hold it 10 seconds and do it 10 times. Boy, after a week, one night, I had to go piss, and my dick was hard as hell. I said, damn, this thing, I'm like, it's gonna pee in somebody's butt. Goddamn, like, I gotta piss and it's hard, something wrong. I go in the bathroom, try to piss, I can't piss. It just gotta seep out. I said, man, the next day, man, I go to take a shower. I said, you know what? The dick is a muscle. Okay. So I said, we found a good muscle relaxer to help me out. So I went to the cabinet and put out the icy hot. It went on cold, but when that bitch started heating up, I said, ooh, that's a smoked sausage. Ooh. Ooh, I was on the condom every time I had sex. I ain't trying to get burned. God, and the worst part was when I got the motherfucking shower. And you know, black people, we got a washcloth, motherfucker. We got a rag. You can't wipe your ass and then you see a little something on your fingers because you ain't wiped all the way. hell no, you gotta hear that washcloth. I'm taking that washcloth from, I had to go back to my old ways to kind of get myself out of the situation. I had to grab hold of it and try to get it off of that wash rag, but the more I stroke, the hotter it got it now. The more I stroke, the redder it got. It started smoking in there. It wasn't steaming in that shit, it was smoking. Fuck. Don't ever put icy out on your dick. I got the light. That's my time. Follow me on Instagram if this motherfucker's actually recording now. All right. Miles Mine, everybody. Give it up for Miles Mine, everybody. Yes, the live stream is working now. The camera is working, and we went 1 minute and 47 seconds before whoever started watching heard "Take this nigger dick." So, good old Pinboys right back there. Oh boy, yeah, gotta love it. But we talked about it earlier. My wife sent me an article about a porn star who was suing a black porn star who was suing a white woman because they were in a film where when he came on her face, she was like, "I can say nigger now," like whatever. They had a discussion at the Breakfast Club, like, well, is that is that how? Like, isn't that the one time I guess we should let a white woman? And then my wife was asking, as a white woman, like, if I'm coming on her face, is she allowed to say? I said, there's only one way to find out. So my wife has 2 black eyes now. Become soft in the blood. I keep fucking, my knuckles got sticky. Anyway, so no, there is no safe way to say nigger. You just hope. You gotta just hope. I think social distancing is the safest way to get an N-word back because no one's arms are 6 feet long. You know what I mean?
So you fucking a raccoon, man?
A raccoon. Did you just call my white wife a coon? How much worse?
But see, man, come on. You can say it again.
You said Well, this next dude, I don't know where he stands as far as racism goes, but I guess we'll find out. Put your hands together for Mr. David. Mr. David Heights.
What a great host, huh? So, Mike, I'm not used to it. As a matter of fact, this is my first time back to comedy on a live stage for about a year and a half. So, yeah, I'm a little out of practice, but I've been writing, so hopefully you guys will enjoy it. So, when I was in high school, I don't know if you can tell this by looking at this gorgeous face now, but I didn't always look like this. I wasn't a very popular kid. So, after lunch was over, I would go to the library, and I would do stupid shit like look at the Guinness Book of World Records. Now, I don't understand why they would put a beer company in charge of world records. It seems like they'd be, having trouble keeping track of numbers or whatever. But I'll let it go. So there's a lot of really interesting records in this book, like the guy with the longest fingernails, which I don't know why you want that. It'd be really hard to eat. But one record I came across was really strange to me. It didn't even really seem like a record. It was more like an audio. A guy ate a bicycle, ate a whole bicycle. What? Yeah. I'm like, how is that a record? But I would love to have been a fly on the wall when this guy is having a conversation with his wife about what he's going to do that day. I picture like an episode of The Honeymooners. Like Ralph comes in, he's like, "Morning, Alice." "Oh, hey, Ralph. What kind of crazy scheme you got cooked up for today?" "Well, if you must know, I am going to set a world record." "Oh, I thought you already had." "What are you talking about, Alice? Aren't you the world's fastest bus driver?" "Oh, you're right, Alice." "No, I'm going to eat a bicycle." "Eat a bicycle? What kind of record is that? Sounds more like an oddity to me." "And how's anybody going to break that record? What, are they going to eat 2 bicycles? Are they going to eat one that's bigger? I don't think you thought this through, Ralph. Where'd you get a crazy idea like this anyway? Morning, Alice. Ralph told you he's going to eat my bike today." "Okay. Not for this crowd. All right, well, today I was mowing my grass, and I've had this lawnmower for 9 years now, coming up on the end of the 9th season. And when I go to start this thing, I never know whether it's going to start or not. It's like a telenovela, you know? My lawnmower's like, why? Why should I start for you? You never change my spark plugs. You never sharpen my blade. You don't clean me. You just use me for an hour a week and then throw me back in that shed like an old shoe. Why? Why should I start for you? You probably don't even know how to change my oil. I don't. But you know what I do know how to do? I know how to call a guy up who's got a truck who will take you away from here for $25. He'll get you running. He'll have you mowing all kinds of grass, you know? And he's going to introduce you to the lawnmower trafficking trade. You wouldn't dare. Well, I haven't gone through a midlife crisis lately. You know, I've been thinking about trading you in for a younger model for a while now. Fine, no, stop. But she got me back. I was pushing the lawnmower up a hill. She's like, self-propelled? I don't think so. Not today. Yeah, she turned it into a tunnel. But during the pandemic, I watched a lot of TV. But one of my favorite shows has to be My 600-Pound Life. And for those of you who have never seen the show, this is not the goal weight. This is an entry-level weight. I mean, can you imagine a person gets out of the ambulance, steps on the scale? Oh, I'm sorry, you only weigh 593 pounds. You're not fat enough. It's the first time this person's ever been told their life they're not fat enough. And the guy's like, oh, damn it! Can I come back in 2 hours, please? But you know what, I saw this woman, 850 pounds. She gets out of her bed, buck naked, puts on her tent panties, goes and sits on the toilet and takes a shower. I was amazed that the toilet didn't break. She's carrying the weight of 3 full-grown people with her. Always. She got winded going down a flight of stairs. But that's fair, because I would get really winded too if I was carrying 3 people down the stairs. But what I really wonder about is where are these people getting all the money for this food? Staying that big is expensive. Are they going down and robbing a food bank? You know, like, give me all your bacon. Probably. But you know they're making a spin-off of that show? It's for anorexics. It's called My 60-Pound Life. Could you step on the scale, please? Oh, I'm sorry. You weigh 62 pounds. You're too fat. Damn it. All I need is 5 minutes in the soundproof bathroom. Can you do that for me, please? How much time I got left here?
2 minutes.
Oh, great. I got time for one other story. Well, turns out I got locked out of my house one night because my wife, she works taking care of her grandmother, 97 years old, overnight, about 3 days a week. So this particular night, she happened to take my kid with her. So I got the house to myself. Great. It's 1:30 in the morning. I go out for my last cigarette. And I realize I just locked myself out of the house with no cell phone and no keys. Obviously no keys. So, and I've just finished a second tall boy, which we'll factor in later. So it's 1:30, and like a dumbass, I think, let me go find somebody who's awake who could maybe let me borrow a ladder so I can get up on my roof and go in my top window and, get in my house. So I see a house across the street, got all kinds of lights on. I knock on the door, and then after about 30 seconds, I'm like, I wouldn't answer my door either at 1:30 in the morning. So I go back home, I turn over my recycling bin, put that on my railing on top of my deck, and I'm about to try and hop up on my roof, and I realize since I'm 50 now, and I'm a little wiser, not a good idea. So I just bite the bullet, and I decide to head to one place I know I can go at 1:30 in the morning that somebody is going to be awake and let me use their cell phone. 7-Eleven. Yeah, it only took me 20 minutes to get there. And when I get there, I call my wife, and she's got robocode, and it says, please tell you who you are and why you're calling. I'm like, it's Dave, I locked myself out of the house. It's Dave, and I have to keep calling because their phone's off, and I have to keep leaving a reason why I'm calling each time. I'm like, it's Dave, I locked the cat out too, can you please call me back? And if it's on this phone, she doesn't call, so I was like, hey, can I use the bathroom? She said, sure. And she's sick as a dog, by the way. This woman at 7-Eleven is nice enough to let me use her phone. She's the only one there, so I use the phone, come back, I come back, and she hands the phone to me because my wife finally called back, and she goes to the bathroom, and some customer comes in, I'm like, it'll be just a minute. And she still wouldn't come home and let me in. So I was prepared to go home and sit on the porch for 5 hours until she got home. But I didn't have to do that because I looked to my right and the sliding glass door was unlocked. There was a hole in it, okay? So I had 2 beers, but I had to actually wedge this thing. I had to break off a piece of my trellis and wedge this thing up because it was open and I could slide it out like this. And I know that could happen because that's how they got my couch in the house. So I finally got back to my house and my cat was really happy because I locked him out too. I love you guys. Thanks for listening. I'm Dave White. Have a great night.
All right. Give them a David Heights, everybody.
Good job, Dan. I really appreciated your Dikembe Mutombo impression. Just, I don't care what else, just keep working on that. Keep doing that. Really cool. Well, your next comic was a stunt double on my 850-pound life. He played in one of her tits. Put your hands together for Mr. Craig McNamee. Sometimes you'll be at work or in public or wherever, and there'll be a black guy singing. Like some black song, you know? Like some kind of gospel black song. They'll just be singing it in public. And sometimes it's good and sometimes it's not. But without fail, every time I hear that, I think, thank God white people don't do this. Can you imagine white people walking around singing their white songs? At work, you walk by your coworker and he's just like, get out, man, get out now, girl. You walk by your other coworker, he's like, I've been all for the looking. No one needs that. Damn, I feel like a woman. Sometimes you'll go down the street and you'll see everybody on that block is mowing their lawn. And you're like, this is weird. These lawns grow at the same time. It's like when 2 ladies hang out with each other and their periods sync, but for dads. Our lawns are on the same schedule. Speaking of dads, I've worn a Magnum before and it fits. But it fits like that it's not too big. I mean that it's not too loose. No, it fits that like when you wear your dad's shirt and when you're a kid. Like a smock. So what is that?
That's too big.
It's too big. Sometimes people will say like something is soft as a baby's bottom, and sometimes those people don't have kids. And I say, how the fuck do you know what a baby's bottom feels like? You pedophile. Johnny Depp is old enough to just go by John now, I think. Sometimes you'll see a homeless guy laying in the street, like just laughing to themselves, and we think they're crazy, but really they're right. Like that's what we all should be doing. We're all going around going like, well, if I just do this, this, and that, I'll be fine. And they've given up, and they're completely correct. Like we're all just this far away from doing that. And we should. It'd be a better existence. Nothing funny about that, but it's true. I drive a van for work, and I think that sometimes I fool women into thinking that I'm tall because I'm in the van. And then I get out of the van, and I basically fall out. I'm like, ah! Got like 2 minutes of hang time till I hit the ground. And I'm like, hey, ladies. You thought I was tall, but I'm not. You still want some? Magnum's fit. Yeah, but I deliver packages, and I delivered to a church recently, and it said, please make sure to leave the package with somebody because they get stolen. And this was at church. I was like, oh, people steal from the church. But then I was thinking, people leave their babies at church sometimes. And there's no sign that says, like, make sure your baby's left with the receptionist. Like, Father Houlihan cares about, like, his hand sanitizer and shit, but he doesn't care where he leaves the babies. Let him steal the babies, he says. I was trying to work out a lot this summer, and my friend who's in really good shape, he gave me some of his shirts. He said, these will fit. And then I tried them on, and none of them fit. And then my mom had a shirt that she didn't like, and she gave it to me, and it fit, like, perfectly. So here I was thinking I had the body of a svelte young man, but I just have the body of an old Italian woman. I was going to spend my summer at the beach, but instead I spent it over like a pot of sauce, just cursing in Italian. Oh, fangul! They got to come up with a smart dick pill. A pill that, because, just to be frank, Papa ain't got no trouble staying hard. Getting hard. And that's not like a good thing, that's a bad thing. Like, I heard my neighbors having sex, and I was like, I'm gonna partake in this. I call it the spectator's three-way, you know? So I start like going, and I'm like, wow, that sounds weird. She's making some weird noises. This one, I said. I'm a little sexist sometimes. I said, this one's making some weird noises. And then, like, I realized eventually that it wasn't my neighbors having sex, it was their dog just yelping. And then I, like, still jerked off to the dog noise. But then I was thinking, like, they gotta make a smart dick pill that you take and it assesses the situation and makes sure that it's safe for you to get hard. Like, it assesses, like, how crazy, and it's not just for, it assesses how crazy the other person is, STDs, or if it's a dog or something. All right, that's my time. Thank you, guys.
Woo! Give me that one, Frank McMahon, everybody. Yeah. Woo! Good stuff. No more black material. How about that? I like that. I'm a little outnumbered here. Starting to feel like a hate crime. Anyway, that being said, here's the dude your mom's fucking. Put your hands together for Mr. Taylor Edwards.
It happens, you know. It's every fucking time, but it's all good. It's not a smoker room. Sometimes I'll go to work and I'll be out in public, and there'll be a white guy that looks like a school shooter. I'm just really happy black people don't do that shit. They just look like they'll beat you up. But no, Frank, what normally works for me, I save the bread ties, like the twisty ties, for my magnums. Yeah. Like you just roll it down and then you grab the twist tie Problem solved.
Oh, man.
I feel like I apply like modern sensibilities to the wrong places. Like I don't care if I misgender a person, but if I misgender a dog, I feel embarrassed. I'm like, oh, what's the little guy's name? I say it's a girl. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. She is precious. She is adorable. I've never seen a more feminine dog. She's super passable, is what I'm saying, right? I can't even believe I said that. I went to Florida a few weeks ago. Florida's pretty cool. Like everything on the news is saying like Florida's the craziest during COVID. Like they don't really give a fuck. I feel like Virginia's underrated for how we handled COVID. Because like, we didn't do anything. Like when it like started in February, like February to April, we were like, all right, it's still kind of cold. Stay inside, I guess. And then summer came and we're just like, don't tell anybody. Everybody, don't tell anybody. We're just gonna go back to normal. We're done with this shit. Because I don't feel like anything's really changed. Like you hear on the news how lockdowns are crazy in other states, other countries, but we're here, we're just like, we can't not bowl. like what the fuck? Like, dude, like hunting season's coming. Like we usually have orgies in the field. Like this isn't gonna work, man. Yeah, I don't know that ashtray time out. That takes like a whole 30 seconds out of the set. I don't have 5 minutes. I'm just trying to give you the same material every week, man. You know, it's keep it fresh to the ashtray bit. I'm a fan of history, so I just go down little rabbit holes every now and again. And I was listening and reading stuff about Gandhi, and like one of his biggest accomplishments is that he went on hunger strikes and got a lot of change through going on hunger strikes. And it got me thinking. I was like how pussy of a invading country do you have to be to like? He's not eating. What are we gonna do? Fucking let him die. The more I read, the more pussy I realized England really is. It's like no wonder we kicked their ass. Like that. Like you let a skinny Indian dude be the end of your empire. Like, do you understand? Like before England lost India, they still ran shit really. Like they still kind of controlled all of Asia. And then one dude's like, I'm not eating. That's how impressive it should be. That's exactly how impressive it should be. Who fucking cares? Like, Jesus tried that shit. You see what happened to him? Like, that's how shit used to be run. Like, hey, what's that Jew saying? Yeah, fuck him. Fuck him. Get him out of here. Like, we're not doing this shit anymore. I think the modern era, real pussy dictatorships and stuff like that. I think that's why I like Saddam. He went out like a boss. They pulled him out that hole, showed him the rope, and he said, "Fuck you." And it's like, holy shit, this dude's real. Like this dude's real as shit. He knows what they're about to do to him. He said, "Fuck all y'all. Y'all suck. I was better than you. Fuck America. You got a little dick. Oh, hanging. Let's go." He went on a hunger strike. Like, how the fuck? How is that a threat? I'm not gonna eat, and I'm gonna abuse my wife. Yeah, he didn't have much anyways. Thank you, Tyler. No, he didn't have much anyways. I don't know. India still doesn't have a lot. You think it was what their independence was like? I think like we at least like black people got a free ride out of it. Like when we got our independence, you're like, thanks for dropping us off here. Lions suck. Thank y'all for having me.
Tailors, everybody. Woo! As I like to call them, the positive side of integration. The black and white people fuck, you get ticked. I also couldn't help but imagine that with a Magnum condom on and a twist tie around your dick, that it looked like a loaf of honey wheat bread. Let me stick this loaf in your This next dude got a full sandwich between his legs. Put your hands together for Mickey!
What's up, Pinboys? How are y'all?
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. It's not that great. We're 10 minutes in, like we heard way too much about the male anatomy, and then the 50th time Tyrell has to tell us he has white kids. It's a classic Pinboys night, as always. You know, the seasons are changing though. It's settling down. This is the worst time of year, honestly, because we're getting close to the holidays. It's like not there yet. You're just getting filled with false hope, right? Like the holidays are gonna be better than last year. Probably not. Like, you know, things are cooling down. You're just like, God, maybe sitting in my house through the fucking winter won't be so depressing. No. Maybe, you know, the fish are moving out. Maybe you'll catch them on the way out. No, probably not. I mean, your dreams just come to an end. That's what I'm saying. The thing is, though, that these holidays can't be worse than last year. It can't be worse than last year. Even if you even had holidays last year. I mean, if you had holidays last year, the thing is, like, you had to feel pretty bad with the fact that you're doing all this for your family, but you could be killing grandma in the same fucking action. It's the same. It's togetherness, but it's not. It's risk. It's risk. It's like this year is gonna be great because like we'll really have things figured out. It'll be like the fucking the adult table at the kids table, but you only sit at the adult table if you have 3 or more vaccines. You're gonna need the full set, and then like the daily cycle too. It's gonna be. We'll be ready now. We'll have our fucking holidays. No, I mean, I'm ready for a holiday. I'm ready for some like. I need to kick back. I kicked back for Labor Day. I kicked back for Labor Day, but I didn't drink. Labor Day is a drinking holiday, like for real. Like Labor Day, everybody on the road is like, people are like, don't be careful when you're driving. I mean, people are more worried about not looking drunk than they are about looking at the road. Honestly, people are just trying. And so I'm not drinking. I'm high. I'm driving around and I'm feeling confident. So I see all these people, you know, going the speed limit, whatever. It's sorry, I'm a little high right now. But seriously, and when you're high, you're the most sober person on the road. It's a great feeling. Labor Day feeling, only Labor Day feeling. The other thing that's sad about the summer coming around is the seafood. I'm all about seafood, and seafood, it's like You want it fresh. Everybody's obsessed with fresh. Where's the fresh? Yeah. That's the thing. But I mean, that's why seafood is great, because even when it's not fresh, it's like, it might be. So you need a few more bites to figure it out, right? It's like, it's got that fishy, salty taste. It's a little off, but that's the thing. It's supposed to, like, straight up. When it's good, but when it's bad, it can be so bad. Because you're fighting that fish for a few days, you know? The fish comes back, the fish is still swimming inside of you. That's the problem. It can be, the freshness is crazy. You pick up a clam, you see a crab in there, what do? A crab just walks out of the clam. Is that a good sign? Is that a good sign? Honestly. Wrong, it's not, because the temperatures are all off. See, because the crab, if it's cold enough to keep the fucking clam nice, the crab shouldn't be walking around. The crab should be a little slow. If the crab walks off the plate, right off, that's when you know it's fucked. If the crab's just kind of poking around, it might still be good. I don't know. That would be better in like a seafood place. If you guys were eating their crabs or something, you'd really get it. You would get somewhere here. Oh, jeez. Yeah. But the other thing is that, weed is just better. It's better to party with. It makes us all a little more evened out, right? Right? I just gotta smoke something, baby.
3 hours, you're back to normal.
No, but it's good because weed, you do all the same shit, but it's just a little more laid back. It's supposed to be anyway. Like weed, everything with weed is better, but like weed shopping is a little worse than drunk shopping. For instance, like drunk shopping is like, oh, you're just fucked up, you just spend it, fucking, you hit the online casino and shit. And you don't really know what you're doing to yourself at the end because your bank account's like $300. Doesn't go very far in online casino. It's all numbers, that's the issue with these. But weed shopping is bad. It's way worse than drunk shopping because it's paranoia induced. It comes from a different place. Like weed shopping, you're like alone and you like just went back to your room and you're like combing the corners of the internet and you're just fucking stoned. And you can barely move the mouse and you're on the fucking NRA's website and 2 clicks away is an AR-15. And you need it in that moment. And 2 days later it's there with Amazon. And the thing is that it doesn't, you keep smoking weed, you're still high when it arrives. You take it right back to your room, you're still paranoid. Your roommate hasn't gotten home yet, but he will. You'll be ready. The AR changes your life. I mean, you're high all the time. You're just smoking weed. You're as soon as you get home from work, you got the fucking gun next to you. Your roommate, every time he comes in, he's got the beam on him. He's got a beam on him just to make sure it's him. And he's not slipping. And if he's, think about it. You catch him in the hallway at night.
What the shit you smoking?
You catch him in the hallway at night. You've been in bed for about an hour, but you're still high and you need water. And you come out, you got the AR with you, you're strafing around the corner. You're making sure you're not there.
Glad I'm not your roommate.
He doesn't have any more.
Well, I'm ready for the holidays. That's all I can say. That's all I can really say. Thank you guys.
Keep it going for Biggie P, everybody.
Or as I like to call him, Fear and Loathing in Virginia Beach. That shit was fucking nuts. I was trying to figure it out, man. What's more lit? You or that cigar? It ain't the cigar, buddy. I'm telling you that. I don't think that into that cigar as well. That was good. You guys having a good time? Having a good time? Well, let's end that right now. No more good time. I'm just kidding. We're gonna keep the laughs rolling. This next guy coming to the stage is hilarious. Give it up for the fattest Hamilton ever, Mr. David Alvarado.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Or not. Okay, that's fucking cool. Pinboys. Yeah, I understand you guys have to recover from Mickey P's set real quick. Jesus Christ. This man aged 40 years since the last time I saw him. What the fuck is up with that? No, last time I saw him, he looked like an anorexic, like, Aquaman, you know what I mean? Like Jason Momoa. And now he looks like he's divorced and just lost custody of his kids. Mickey P, how do you look so homeless yet so gay? I don't understand this shit. Tugging on that unlit cigar. Love it, man. The whole Buena Vista Social Club. You guys are brawling out like your high schoolers that sold weed first. You know what I mean? All the kids that had to connect one early, have like an older brother or something, you know what I mean? Oh my god. Mickey P, you look like you got 4 broken cars in your front lawn right now. Love it. Is that all the tags I came up with? Let's see here. Yeah, don't laugh too hard, Tyrell. I didn't forget. Everyone forgot. Tyrell wrote a rap song for Pinboys. If that isn't the most disgusting shit I've heard all day. Good Lord. Because I know if you're writing it, you're like, I don't know if you guys know Tyrell the way I do. This is the whitest man I know. As simple as that. I feel like the rap song you're gonna like write is literally gonna be like fucking trash 80s, like fucking church group rap, you know what I mean? Like Will Smith. My name's Tyrell and I'm here to say I go to Pinboys every Monday. Hey. You know, like, shut the fuck up is what I'm saying. Frank's office? I don't get that. Wish I did. Yeah, no. I feel like what Tyrell would do with the rap song would kind of be like, you know, on a local news station would be like, oh, local entrepreneurial comedian. Besides to write the rap song for his bowling alley comedy show. Don't laugh too hard, sir. You also went up. Good Lord. Oh man, I was like, you remind me of Toy Story 5, like when Woody does heroin, you know? Everyone gets hooked to drugs, like Buzz Lightyear becomes a cokehead, you know what I mean? he flew Buzz. That's how high, these edibles are kicking. I want Remus to come back to Pinboys just so he can give me edibles while I'm here. I don't have to like go there first. I miss the boys, is what I'm saying. The boys are Pin. Anyway, the reason why I so slyly segued into, what are you doing? Oh, how dare you? Okay, hell yeah. How you doing, sir? I've been seeing you chugging pictures over there. It's lit, dog. Hell yeah. Did you come? Did you sign up? No? You came here for the comedy?
Free cigarette.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Speaking like a probably cancer patient, I don't know. I'm sorry, man. I don't know why I'm doing this to you or myself. That is true. That is true. I wish I had something funny to say about that. No, okay. I have one more mean thing to say about you, if you don't mind. You're the reason why Woody only had the thing coming out his back, like the string only was like 2 inches because else it just became boring very quickly.
Sam Kinison called. He wants his hair back.
Sam Kinison? I feel like yelling like Sam Kinison right now. Just to like avoid myself from, like, I don't want to kill myself with a bowling ball, you know what I mean? But I will overdose on mozzarella sticks right here. Let that grease, just like fucking hold it, and then just let it crush my fucking skull. It's a little look into my psyche. Hell yeah. Man. It's weird. You guys want to know how I was born? It ties in. Oh, it ties in. I was born with my umbilical cord wrapped around my neck like a lot of times. Like I almost died. This is fucked up because you'd think that I was just like a gay baby that was like, well, pussy is all it is. I'm gonna hang myself as soon as I get out of this bitch. You know what I mean? Like, how did I get so suicidal as a baby? I was just a wee baby. What the fuck? So, weird. Wee baby. Weed. Yeah, hell yeah. Spoken like a crack baby, so, my God. I'm so sorry. I'm mean today. What's up with that? Hell yeah. Are you just like not liking people, by the way? Like, I love it. Okay. Yeah, you're good. So here's the thing though. It was weird the way I was born because how did they catch me getting born like mid-jerk? You know what I mean? Like what? What's up with that? Like that's weird. I feel like when my mother was pregnant with me, she would have friends over and she'd be like, "Oh no, you can feel my belly. He's kicking." It's like that's not kicking. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh no, you guys are laughing like I'm the only one that uses a belt. Oh yeah, just me and Chester Bennington and Anthony Bourdain. Yeah, sure. Oh yeah, sounds believable. Anyway, I don't know. I feel like I was a convicted baby. You know what I mean? Came out the womb, was like, "Give me pussy or give me death." I had conviction. Last time in my life that I showed such conviction. Anyway, this set kind of made me want to go out of this world the same way I came in, by hanging from the neck. Anyway, thank you very much for sticking with me. Pinboys, you guys have yourself a very blessed evening. Give me one more, get it right, everybody.
Good job. Thought I said no more black material.
But you said there were no rules to start.
Said hanging by the neck. All right, no. The whole time I was just waiting for you to say yeah. So even the moment I was born, I was well hung. That's what I was thinking.
Thank you.
The whole time.
Write this down.
Yeah.
Put that in my phone.
Good job. Guys, we have a treat. Another comedian. I know you never would have guessed it, but it's awesome. I know his name sounds dangerous. Keep your guns in your holsters, guys. But there's about to be a Cody. Whoa!
Boys, how you doing? I'm gonna work something new for you guys, but first, I just wanted to tell you, because I know some of you assholes will love this. I was in Pennsylvania this weekend, I saw some shit. I was driving, going up to a show, and there's someone up there bought a fucking billboard, whole billboard. It's just, they took Joe Biden's face, and they photoshopped it onto a member of the Taliban, holding a fucking RPG, aiming it at traffic. This is real life. I thought some video away. I was like, did they lace the fucking shit out of this? Like, am I seeing what I'm seeing? I swear to God, fucking at traffic with the caption, it just says arming the Taliban. I pulled over and I took a picture and I just sent it in the group chat to everyone else in the show. And I was like, so this is the part of Pennsylvania we're in. Like, just a heads up if any of you guys are gonna do any of those jokes, just put them back in the fucking pocket. But anyway, I'm gonna work out this new one for you guys. And it just goes something like this. You know what's fucking wild to me? Sneezing is a hate crime now. Yeah, I was at brunch the other day. Yeah, I know, brunch. And I was sitting at this outdoor table, just minding my own business next to this white guy, his table over with two kids, white kids. I assume they're his kids. But yeah, we're sitting there minding our own business, and you know everything's good, all going great. All of a sudden, this lady appears down the block, and she, minding her own business, standing in front of her car, and she sneezes all of a sudden. No one around, 6 feet, all good. No problem. In my head, I think it's all good. This fucking guy leans over and he just goes, Hi, Mike. Swear to fucking God, Australian guy in the middle of Pennsylvania. I was like, you know how fucking rare that is? To see an Australian guy in the middle of Pennsylvania. But yeah, I thought he was Italian, I'll be honest. But that's like my favorite part about white people, you know, is like sometimes you don't know what type of white people they are. It's just like a fucking ethnic bingo. Like, for example, me. I'm from Norwegian descent. Both my parents are, you know, from over that way. And like I guarantee, like it makes sense. Blonde hair, blue eyes, fair skin. But like I'm sure every time I go to the city, like there's always someone in the back that's like, motherfucker's definitely Aryan. He got all the fucking symptoms, all the signs. You know. That's also the main reason I don't get arm tattoos. You know. I gotta make sure I know I'm one of the good ones. But yeah, this guy, he leans over and he goes, "Hey, Mike, get a load of that fucking cunt out the way." I'm like, Jesus Christ. The lady who sneezed goes, "Yeah, fucking bitch, put us all in danger." Yeah, for sneezing? He goes, "Yeah. You know, where I'm from, that's a fucking hate crime." I was like, really? Why are you here? It's in America. You know the shit that happens here? It's like, but yeah, man. yeah, like they burn shit here. Like, are you kidding me? But yeah, they do that in Texas 6 weeks. But yeah, he goes, "It's a hate crime." And I asked him, I was like, you know, she can't control that, right? Like, that's a natural thing, like sneezing. Like, no one wakes up in the morning. It's like, I'm going to sneeze at noon, 3, 5. Only when they give me 15-minute sneeze breaks. You know, that's not how it works. So I asked him, I go, well, what do you want her to do? Like, you know? And he goes, I don't fucking know. I'm like, so you just called some lady a cunt for fucking sneezing and you offered no solution. Like, how Australian of you? And so it made me think, I got thinking about it. I was like, what do you do in that situation to appease this guy? The only thing I could think, and I came up with what I like to call the suicide sneeze. And that's basically where, you know, have you guys ever seen the movie Act of Valor? Anybody? It's a war movie, pretty much. And there's this one scene where, like, one of the boys, he jumps on a grenade to save the squad. Very heroic. And that's pretty much what a suicide sneeze is. You just leave your mask on and you just fucking go for it. And you save everyone around you.
No thanks.
Yeah, I've actually seen a couple suicide sneezes in my day. Yeah, my favorite one though, it happened outside of Whole Foods. Yeah, I was up in the city. It was I'm walking in Whole Foods and there's this hipster bitch walking out. And it was like in the city, so it was like a real hipster bitch. It wasn't like one of these like fake hipster bitches we got at the beach. Like she was like real, full on. And she's walking out, masked up, everything else. And I get like 5 feet from her, and all of a sudden, her eyes, I can see it, mask, everything. Her eyes just get this look, just paralyzed with fear. And I'm kind of like, what the fuck? And she just goes, and fucking snot, glasses, fucking snot, and Whole Foods bags fall, glass shatters, fucking snot everywhere. All 9 yards. It was great. I'm a fucking asshole. I laughed in her face. I didn't even care. I was like, the only way that could have been better, she like fell to her knees, and I was like, but yeah, and you know, suicide sneeze sounds kind of bad though. I know some of you assholes probably thought I was gonna say some fucked up shit, and I said suicide sneeze. I first said that one of my buddies, I give him all the credit, but one of my friends in the Northeast, he goes, suicide sneeze, man. When you said that, I thought you were just going to be like, yeah, some fucking Muslim guy walked in the airport. I was like, Allah, achoo! And I was like, that's fucked up, dude. That's all I got for you guys. Let's go to more. Thanks.
Cody Moore, everybody. That was good. Allah, achoo! Now I was thinking suicide sneezes when you're standing on the edge of a cliff. You turn around. No, I don't know. It's an accident. Fuck! It's not suicide. I'll let you have your own joke. How about that? That'd be good. That'd be good. You guys ready for the last comic of the evening? I was wondering how many of you were like, how many fucking people are left? I thought there was 4 of us when I got here, but the show keeps going on, which I love to do, you guys. So I'm excited. Not only is she the first female of the night, but she's the last comic of the evening. So put your hands together for Miss Jessica Lee.
What's going on, y'all? I don't know if this is anybody else's pet peeve, but when somebody dies, do y'all hate when they post like the most basic text conversations that you had? Like, I don't know if y'all heard about AJ, somebody died today, but it's,
He's in.
huh?
He's in.
He said, I don't know his name, but this girl posted, oh yeah, he just hit me up for my birthday, and the message was him saying, hey, at 3 a.m. And I'm like, that's how you want us to remember y'all's bond? Like, oh yeah, he hit me up with a booty call, R.I.P. Like, come on, sis. Like, I don't know if it was just me, but you could have kept that one. I don't know, it was weird. But one of my friends called me and his phone was breaking up. And I was like, I can't hear you. Like, you know, like, are you still there? Hello? He's like, oh, you can't hear me? Hold on. So I hear some water. And I'm like, Kevin, are you peeing? And he's like, oh, now you can hear me, huh? I'm like, what? Who does that? I got some weird friends. But I just put up with them. Because I just feel like it's hard making friends as an adult. Like, does anybody else feel like that? It's hard making friends as an adult. Right, and if you feel like that, I get it. And I just want you to know, you're the problem. No, I'm just playing. Like, it's not always you, but you know, it's good to self-reflect and see when it's you. But you know, sometimes it feels stupid. It's like I was petty in high school and I had friends. So why is it a problem now? Like, why do I have to grow up just because I'm an adult? That's ghetto. No, but I just hate when people like aren't self-reflective. Like, it's hard working on yourself because when you look around, it feels like nobody else is working on themselves. Like, some of y'all are assholes too. Look in the mirror sometimes. It's not just me. But I just like hate when guys aren't self-reflective. Like when guys are on Facebook, it's like, oh, my wife never has sex with me. And I'm like, sir, it's you. Like, we like sex too, so you're not getting any, like, take out the trash. Stop liking all her friends' pictures on Facebook and not liking her. No, you did it. It's all good. But yeah, I used to talk to this guy. He was always like talking down to me, belittling me, and then he didn't talk to me for a week. So he texted me a week later, like, "Oh, what you doing tonight? Come over." And I'm like, "I'm not coming over there after everything you put me through. Like, I would rather take a bottle of ketchup, forget to shake it up, spray tomato water on everything I eat before I come over there." And he's like, "That's specific. Like, what's wrong with you?" And I'm just like, you obviously don't like me, like, you know, let's not even pretend. He's like, I do like you. Like, I took you on those expensive dates. I cut off my other women for you. You didn't even ask me to do that. I was like, oh, you cut off your imaginary women for me. That's so sweet. Like, what else am I supposed to say to that? Like, oh, you cut your other women off. Okay, great, let's have sex. You know, I didn't know what else to say, but honestly, guys, I think casual sex is weird anyway. Because it's just like you want to know my deepest and most intimate secrets and then not text me the next morning. And it's like, I can't get mad if I'm not your girl. But like, what do you mean I'm not your girl? Like, you were just saying that's my dick. And now you gotta go. Like, now it didn't mean shit. Like, and plus, honestly, like, why do we call it casual sex? Like, what's casual about it? Like, oh yeah, just doing casually ride your face, you know. Just casually feel the condom break. And casually have your son. Just keeping it light. Talk about our favorite celebrities while I carry on the next generation. No big deal. Like, I really want to meet Barack Obama. I just want to ask him, like, what is it like being married to the most beautiful, most graceful woman on earth? But how would he know? He's not married to me. I'm just kidding. But my friend just got engaged the other day, and she didn't even bother to post it on Facebook. I'm like, Danielle, posting it on Facebook is the reason to get engaged. Are you serious? That's like 500 likes you just threw to the fucking wind. I don't get it. Because people always talk about their relationships on Facebook. Like there's this one guy, he had a status like happy 7-year anniversary to my beautiful wife. You're the best thing that's ever happened to me. And I just started scrolling through my DMs when I saw that. I'm like, I know it hasn't been 7 years since you tried to fly. I'm like, just get 2018, that's trifling.
He did live in Alabama, though.
He lived in Alabama. That would have been with his sister or something. Alabama. That had nothing to do with me. But the worst part about that was that there's people commenting on the status like, oh, that's so sweet. I wish I had a love like this. And do you really? I wanted to comment back. Like, I don't want this shit. Here's a screenshot. But I'm minding my business. I'll let it go. But it's hard being single on social media because you always see those like get you a man posts, like get you a man who washes the dishes, get you a man who calls you pretty every day. Like how about you get you a man who's not on my DMs, sis? How about that? That's just a suggestion. And get you a man who takes out the garbage. Since he is the garbage. Stop fronting on Facebook. My name is Jessica Liz, guys. You guys want to follow me on Facebook? Thank you. It's Jessica Liz.
Everybody. Now give it up for yourself. Fuck that. I'm sorry, man. I don't like giving it up for the comics. You guys have to turn up here. You got it.
Your wife does.
And I gotta change a couple votes real quick. No, I just want everybody to make sure that they know that this place is American as possible. So even though you guys did vote, it is still just up to me. Your vote does not matter. It's a democracy. You understand what I'm saying? What I did was I took the collective idea that you guys thought about someone who should represent a comic that you thought was the funniest, and I put those votes. I pretty much grouped together all the white people voted for one dude. And then the minorities got the rest. No, I'm just kidding. But tonight's winner won. There was a tie, but the tiebreaker went to the winner. I think it was the thickness of his glasses and the way his mom's shirt fits him so well. But give it up for Mr. Frank McNamee, everybody. I'll come back next week. That's it. Did I not? Sorry, come back next week. The show's over. I would like to see what I want to see what our peak viewers were, dude. Because you started off so hot with the as soon as I got on, as soon as the camera started working, like, take this. I'm lost. You want to know how I started the live stream? Because it wasn't working for the hands. You didn't get none of my stuff. Yeah, but see, I was trying to say that, but not say that while you were right, though, right when you started. It's like right when I started talking shit. Right.